Oh, so before we start, you've eaten, right?
I'm actually. I have a bowl of food off to the side right now. I'm kind of putting this in between dinner.
Okay. Well, after this, you won't want to eat.
Yay! I need to lose a few pounds, anyways.
Mm-hmm. This is a great appetizer because just earlier from this, I was helping out with home renovations and tearing up a floor, and then watch this, and then I can go right back to that again, going, nah, who needs food?
Wow, I found a dead body under these floors, and that's less disgusting than what I just watched.
Oh yeah, he died after eating what Phil's going to show us. Okay, ready to go?
Yes.
What's going on, everyone?
We're watching a Phil video. That's what's going on.
Of Poorly Cooking with the King.
I like how he tries to take the piss out of any kind of potential backlash by calling it poorly cooking.
Yeah, but it kind of doesn't work because he still blames the food when he gets something wrong.
Only eat, things that might be high in fat or high in cholesterol.
Oh, he just said that he's going to be eating healthier than in past episodes.
That's why that can of Miracle Whip is out on the counter.
And processed cheese and tuna.
It's going to be a sandwich. We're going to make it a panini. But I will show you what I mean in just
Panini's
a little bit.
the healthiest of
The first thing we
sandwiches.
need to do is
Don't
talk
mix your
about
paninis with chowder.
For any sandwich, obviously,
That sounds kind of
tuna
tasty.
salad, the first thing you need is tuna. Now, depending on how much you're going to make, usually the standard can of tuna comes in 5 or 6 ounce varieties.
Yes.
Which is all you
I
need for
grabbed
one
two. I'm
sandwich.
going to make enough tuna salad for 2 cans. However, you can go ahead and...
In case you've never been to a
if
store, this
you
is how
only
much they
make
sell
one sandwich,
tuna in.
obviously 1 can's going to be more than enough.
I'm glad he's showing us what type of tuna it is so that we can make it ourselves.
10 ounces of tuna. Now, you're probably going to want the tuna that's...
No, Mom, I need to have bumblebee tuna. Phil made it this way.
But son, that's high in mercury content.
I wouldn't recommend it for tuna salad.
Chicken of the sea won't be the same, Mom. You don't understand me.
Mayonnaise, but in this case,
So is there any real difference, honestly, between tuna and oil and tuna and water?
mayonnaise substitute, which is
I'm
called
not too
Miracle
picky.
Whip.
I can't tell you.
There are other
Me
ones
neither.
like it,
Tuna
but
is
usually
tuna.
What this does is it's a vegetable dressing that it has a
Isn't
tangy
mayonnaise
to
a
it. It's
vegetable
tangier
dressing,
than
though?
regular mayonnaise.
Put anything
The
on
key to this
vegetables
is
and
that
call it a
has
dressing.
Less than half the fat and cholesterol than regular mayonnaise.
Just get low-fat mayo.
So I'm gonna go ahead and we're
So
gonna
that
use
means I can
to
use
make our
double
tuna
of this and
salad
be
today.
fine.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe he should do
Other
that.
things that you'll need, obviously, any fixings that you want to put. So, for example, lettuce. I actually have pre-shredded lettuce.
The
here.
healthiest of lettuce.
I'm gonna have a piece of cheese on there for a panini. I actually have these are pretty neat. These are sliced.
Pickles are
these are-
awesome.
Lengthwise,
These are
that you can put
pickled
them on a sandwich,
cucumbers.
which
I
is
don't know if
pretty
you guys
cool.
ever heard of
I
them.
personally love bread and butter pickles. I think it's
These are
delicious
pretty
with tuna
neat. I just
salad.
found out about them.
For tuna
Yeah.
salad, there's other ingredients that typically you would include. For example, some chopped
Ingredients
celery,
like this
some
can
chopped
opener.
Parsley, some chopped onions. In fact, there's one ingredient that I forgot.
Where's the chopped onions that he's saying?
Not featured in this video.
I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder in this guy to give it a little bit of flavor. Now, if I had those,
Everything
other
else should
things,
give it enough
I would
flavor.
go ahead and put those in the recipe because I do actually like a little bit of chopped celery in my tuna salad. But unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to go shopping, and I didn't plan on doing this today. It's just actually I just woke up and I said, "Man, I'm hungry. I don't feel like."
Did you have these ingredients already on your counter?
Actually, I was out of.
Like, how do you set all these up and just go like, ah,
He
who needs
wakes
to
up
shop?
and it's just there. Oh, I guess I should make a video.
My bread got moldy this week.
And my tripod's already
Damn,
pointed
what
at
am
my
I gonna
sink.
do? Rather than run out and buy stuff, I'm just gonna.
Well, I don't think the viewers would like it if I took a camera inside the store and showed them buying things, so I guess I'll just make what I have now.
He's got a pocket cam so he can film himself going to the grocery store and just records the
GoPro.
entire... I was going to say walk, but entire drive there, because he doesn't
You
want.
want to be very careful whenever you're dealing with any kind of a sharp household tool. I recommend you get an automatic can opener because, for example, this one barely.
Oh, come on. It's a fucking can opener.
Just buy a good one.
You know, it is what
It's
it is.
not even the one where you have to, like, pierce it into the can and cut it that way. It's one of those easy twist
Don't
ones.
actually
Yeah.
remove the entire lid, okay? Because what you're going to want to do is drain
I can't tell you how many people visit the hospital because of can opener related deaths. I can't tell you this because there are none.
Well, Phil can bump up that statistic, I think.
Get all that water out of the can.
Does he have his own fucking apron with his... Yep.
That says Hateful
Wow.
Truth on it, and I'm guessing
my
that's his DS, I'm guessing there's a P after it.
Jesus Christ.
So that's done.
How vain do you have to be to buy your own stuff?
Pretty fucking vain.
I grabbed this knife because it was the... I'm glad Phil cares about quality. Grab the knife because it was the closest one.
Now, depending on how how much tuna salad you're making, obviously you might need a much bigger.
Wouldn't a spoon have been easier?
Yeah, this also gets much funnier when you remember that this is Phil's one and only bowl. Like, if that falls off his counter, he is screwed.
So therefore, you might want a bigger bowl later on. All depends. If you're making this for the family, obviously you're going to want bigger bowl.
Oh, really? Thanks, Phil. I didn't realize that more people equals more food.
This thing sucks.
Well, Phil also equals more people, so that equals more food.
Now, I don't have any celery, so I'm going to substitute that with some goldfish crackers.
Just add some of that trail mix that he has in the back.
Everything was strong and worked and was durable. Now everything's a piece of crap.
Oh, stop talking like you're fucking 70 years old.
Yeah. Did his can opener break on him or something? Like, why is he talking like that? A stainless steel can opener would not help him here. For the record,
I remember when video games came in cartridge format. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, DSP. Go make your tuna salad.
Remember when he was pining for when they came in magazines?
Cut yourself because he's very sharp. I learned from experience. Don't freaking gouge yourself.
Yeah, so maybe not use a knife and you can eliminate that altogether.
Mm-hmm. Spoons are pretty safe.
Well, when you have a knife, might as well use it. I can't. He's probably dulling the blade the hell and back too by doing that.
Yeah. But remember, it was the closest thing. That's why he grabbed it.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the...
I feel like a robot is
now, depending on how
trying to
much tuna you
autofocus
use,
here.
how much Miracle Whip you
It's
should
at least
use.
better than his houseboat.
For every 6
True.
ounces of tuna, you should use a half a cup of mayonnaise and or Miracle Whip.
Yeah,
In this
no.
case,
I would use maybe a quarter.
I'm going to
Wait, you would use half a cup of mayonnaise and or Miracle Whip? So what, you put like...
6 ounces. Well, I've got 10 ounces, so you figure...
That's half a cup already, Phil.
Using all of my
No.
actually, because I don't have a heck of a lot left.
No.
And like I said, unlike mayonnaise, this is vegetable based.
Isn't mayonnaise vegetable base?
A lot less.
This counts as my vegetable for the day. I'm eating healthy.
A lot less calories.
Remember, he did say this was healthier than what he was doing before.
cholesterol than
No!
regular mayonnaise. And so it
Oh my
looks
God.
identical to mayonnaise.
Do you remember that Would You Rather question with Bucket?
It has a tangy zip to it that
Oh my god, I forgot about that actually entire. Oh yeah, where I'd asked him if he'd eat a cup of mayonnaise and a cup of
Let's see if I get that in there.
shit. What was the other one?
Horseradish.
Well, it was probably about
Horseradish,
half a cup,
yes.
That's
a little
it.
bit more.
Would you rather do one of those challenges or eat what Phil's making?
And then we're gonna go ahead.
I'd rather eat the cup of horseradish.
I kind of wish we had him here to watch this.
Some onion powder, but not too much. So we'll just do a little.
Not too much.
on top.
That's a lot.
That in. Now, literally, all you do is you stand here for a while and you mix it.
So let's film all of it.
And it's gonna make your tuna salad for you.
If you're mixing it, Phil, it's not making your tuna salad for you.
Mixing until you've got the consistency that you're looking for. And obviously, this bowl now is. I wish I kind of had a slightly bigger bowl. because
That's the
the bowl's
only one you have.
being a little bit
Well, good. Write a shopping list. Get a new can opener and a bigger bowl.
The tuna salad's jumping out of the edges on him. He's certainly not pushing it out with a
I
spoon.
really do wish I had some.
Get me the hell out of this.
Wait, where does Whisk go?
Tuna salad usually.
After we saw how he used the whisk, do you think it's going to make any difference here?
Yeah, probably not.
What the hell? I just ground all my tuna into paste.
Well, he's doing that already.
This is way too much for one sandwich. Any person who would sit there and just eat one whole bowl of this with tuna salad, you're gonna freaking die, man. Don't do that. But I'm gonna show you.
Don't do that, because then you can't watch my videos anymore.
Why did you make this much, Phil? If you knew you knew you couldn't eat all of it, just make 2 separate servings on different days, because then it would stay fresher.
Try to solidify and dry out a little bit, but this is pretty much ready to serve.
No, it's not.
Honestly, I think I put a little bit too much Miracle Whip in there. I think I could have went with a little bit less.
Gee whiz, you
It's a little
think?
bit too goopy right now. So, just experimenting, like I said, it's hard to do when you're not doing it exactly to the ingredients that the recipe tells you. And in this
So he's
case,
not
it's
following the
Miracle
recipe,
Whip.
but in his description, he says he's following a recipe that doesn't know what it's talking about.
Yeah, he's following his own recipe that doesn't know what it's talking about.
Oh, gotcha.
That was about roughly half a cup. And that was 10 ounces.
You didn't
of
put in
tuna, and I
half a
think it
cup,
was
Phil.
too much.
You
But
put in
also,
something like
they
2
were
cups.
assuming you were putting a lot of other ingredients into it, like the celery and parsley and onions and other things. But anyway, this is roughly your tuna salad.
Well, parsley, onion, celery, broccoli, all those things that would be healthy, he's not adding it, and he's still calling it a healthy meal?
What are we going to do to make this not just a regular tuna salad sandwich?
Probably pull your arm out of it. I can't even see the tuna salad.
Over here,
I still can't see the tuna salad.
I have two unique things that can make this different. I have a piece of ciabatta bread and a panini grill.
We're gonna get fancy up in here.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
This
man.
panini grill is amazing.
It's like I'm at
This
Panera
panini
restaurant
grill,
now. Thank you.
It'll cost you maybe the cheapest one I've seen in a store is maybe like $30. They go all the way up to like $80 depending on how big
Oh,
they
man,
are
that's just
and
so
all the
pricey.
options and things like that. This thing is amazing. It turns
Never gonna
regular
get this 30 bucks
sandwiches
back.
into like gourmet lunch. Really, I mean, I've had so many days where I just made a regular sandwich.
Lay fancy
Just
eating,
eats,
Phil.
you know, it's a
You close it, and then a magic fairy comes and blesses it, and then you open it up, and there's tons of chives and baby tomatoes on there.
It pulls the flavor out of things. So
Phil's gonna have his pinkies raised while he eats the sandwich now.
you know, like sandwiches all the time.
Pulls the flavors out of it. I'm just imagining him sipping his orange juice out of a tea glass.
They come out, easy to wash.
Yes, rather.
Interchangeable plates that are flat, and you can use this as a regular grill as well. If you don't have like a stove like I have, or a frying pan, you can use this as like a griddle.
Why didn't you grill your bacon in the episode 1?
On high heat for a sandwich.
You had it off to the side.
Ciabatta bread is special because
Oh, I can't even get in frame.
In a different episode, he fries some hot dogs in a pan, and goes, unfortunately, I don't have a grill to fry these on.
Because it is a different consistency
Where
than
the
regular
panini
bread.
grill is
It's
still in the
thicker
same
bread.
spot, to his stove.
And what this is made to basically do is to.
Now, I don't know if you guys are
Very
familiar with
when it toasts,
Briad.
It turns into like a hard toast, and it can be flattened like on the panini
Well, you're using
grill.
moose
As you can
turd.
see, it's really good for grilling.
I've never
So
used it
what
before.
we're gonna do
It's
is we're
kinda
gonna start
tangy.
building our sandwich on this
Now,
ciabatta
here's the
bread
trick. You can't just
over
have
here.
one slice of bread.
And,
You need to have two. This makes it into what is called a sandwich.
What was that type of dressing that was banned in the States? And that they serve all the time in Australia?
I do not know.
It's a special type of yeastish dressing. Vegemite.
Oh, really? Vegemite's banned here?
Technically, yeah, because it's technically a living thing.
Oh.
I'm
I'm gonna look that up, because fuck this.
Pretty sure it was banned somewhere anyway. It might not be in the States, but I'm pretty sure it was. But, can you imagine Phil trying Vegemite for the first time?
Ban and rumors of bans. No, I cannot. I haven't tasted Vegemite myself, so I couldn't tell you what that would be like.
You have to use, like, the smallest amount of Vegemite possible, because it's... If you use it in large amounts, it is just kind of vile. But in small amounts across a very large portion of bread, it brings out a lot of flavor. Imagine just, like, trying to compare it to something.
Hey, Vegemite is not banned in the U.S.
Oh, okay, I was wrong.
While it has never been popular, it can still be purchased at supermarkets that stock imported food items.
Where is it
Like
banned?
Walmart. It is banned from Victorian prisons.
What?
Yeah, Vegemite is banned from Victorian prisons, with the bans beginning to come into effect from the 1990s to prevent inmates from brewing alcohol using the paste's high yeast content.
Okay.
Similar bans were proposed in 2015 for a number of dry communities in outback Australia, but were not enacted.
Oh, okay, it was Australia that I was thinking about, not the U.S. My mistake.
So what we'll do is we've got some pickles here, and we grab a
Looks like maybe even Denmark.
Anyway, back to the video at hand. Phil's just poured a huge white pile of shit on a piece of bread. Wait, Phil has
so
a
glad
fancy fork?
Because they're perfect for this kind of sandwich.
Why did he even show us the panini grill when he didn't use it? Did he use it off cam or when I was off the video?
No, he was just talking about it. He was also talking about when he used to work in a deli,
And I love these pickles.
which I'm calling bullshit on.
I love them. Bam, right there. So we got two.
You know what? Actually, he might work on a deli. It would explain his diet.
Calm down there, Emerald.
That'll melt on there nicely when we put
Putting
this
two
on our
pickles.
panini grill.
And just killing it with a piece of American
Lettuce. I don't wanna
cheese.
make too much of a
Oh,
mess.
I get it. So he's putting it on the panini grill once he's got everything on it.
Oh, okay.
And then we're gonna go
That's
ahead
the
and
best
put that on
strategy, I
top.
guess, if
So
you want to
this cooks
ruin
on
the
our
grill.
panini You're gonna see
I guess
it
it won't really
toasty
ruin it,
nice.
but it'll just be a huge cleanup.
Actually, I
That
can
lettuce
see
is just
what's
gonna go up in
on the
flames.
sandwich. It's running off, so I'm gonna take some of this off the edges.
So push it down, scrape it off, throw it in the garbage, and then put it on the grill.
Something on a panini press, something's gonna come off the sandwich, whether it's dressing, whether it's some of the ingredients. They always fall off. I've never had like a perfect panini sandwich where
Because you put too much onto it.
Because you're putting pressure on top of the sandwich. So obviously
like that sandwich is a brunch.
All right, so this one's pretty much good to go as soon as that grill heats up and is almost ready to go.
All right, so let's jump cut to when it's ready to go.
And as soon as that blue light goes on the right-hand knob, it means that it's ready
So
to go.
let's watch it.
Shit, we're gonna be sitting here waiting for that goddamn thing, aren't we?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize I didn't have it turned on high. It turns it on high, and then we watch it.
So now he's gonna go out of frame, and it's gonna go quiet for like 5 minutes, and you're like, so, what are you guys doing this weekend?
I would love it if he just walked over to his TV and started playing a game, and we just hear yelling of, "Oh, this is fucking bullshit, dude."
All right, while I wait for this to warm up, and I'll point the camera at it, I'm gonna go film the first half of my Mass Effect Shadow Broker DLC.
And the panini grill similar to this one, only it was like an industrial strength one. The thing was, made
Industrial strength panini grill.
And let me tell you, that thing got so damn hot, you would just go like this. Whoop, oh, you could freaking burn your finger right off. You're like, holy shit.
Maybe you should have turned the heat down.
Constantly all day.
Fire indeed hot.
Now, some other things that you can add to your tuna if you like. A lot of people like to add pepper. I do know that.
You can also add mustard.
I like pepper a little bit, but not too much. So
You can add anything you want, Phil. That's what you get for being a chef.
it is a common
Yeah.
ingredient. All right, so our panini grill is warmed
Like
up.
pretty much everything goes with mustard and tuna, or a mayonnaise and tuna.
Put
I
the
mean,
sandwich on the grill, and you gotta be careful when you do this. Like I said, it's gonna be very hot.
No shit, Sherlock.
no, this is a delicate procedure.
God damn.
It requires surgical precision.
When you're putting your bacon in the freezer, be careful because it's cold in there. Don't lick the sides of the freezer, your tongue might stick to it.
Don't try to get ice when your hand is wet. Trust me, okay? I know.
They call me a surgeon.
And now we watch it, and it's going to turn into gourmet food.
Salad sandwich. What we're making is a panini grill tuna melt.
That which is called a tuna salad sandwich.
And I can already see some of the tunas coming off the side. That's perfectly fine. Just like when you make a
Yeah,
tuna
when
melt,
it's
there's always
60%
tuna that,
liquid,
hangs
it's gonna
off the
see.
edges And it gets grilled on the grill. That's fine. So our tuna melt is melting. Clean up a little bit more here.
Somehow it becomes a rock. How the fuck did you mess this up, Phil?
I leave it on the grill for about 5 minutes. It all depends on.
He's going to leave it on for 5 minutes?
That your bread is toasted properly.
He does a jump cut, we come back to it. There's a piece of charcoal in the middle.
You know, I'm really gonna dread looking at this when it's finished, because I really hate when stuff like lettuce gets all warm and liquidy. For example, when it's put on a fucking grill.
You'd think you'd probably add that at the very end.
It's like you're taking all the nutritional stuff directly out of that.
Let's get all the water out of lettuce and make it all just like leafy.
My apologies, I'm passing in front of the camera a couple times here to put some things in the dishwasher.
See, the less sturdy it is, the better it is for you, is how it goes.
God damn it, Phil. Couldn't you cut this shit out?
Some other common things that you put on
Hey, Phil, I can see some bald spots in that goatee. I mean, white hairs.
This is just a goddamn 22-minute video.
Yeah.
Some interesting things added to tuna melt sandwiches. So.
It's a 22-minute video. It's not like he had to go through 2 hours of raw, unedited footage and cut out like maybe a 10-minute part.
What's that medication there on his next to his knife rack?
That is one a day. I think that's just a daily vitamin or fortifying vitamin tablet.
So it's the only healthy thing in his diet?
Well, if I take one vitamin a day, I'll be healthy and I can eat whatever I want.
That'll make that gout go away. Knowing Phil, he probably claimed that it brought the gout in. Then he stopped taking it, so it went away.
All that extra calcium and iron I was getting from my vitamin just sat on my foot because gravity brings everything down, right?
I apologize, I don't have a fast motion camera, you know. I'm not going to edit this video.
Those don't exist.
To skip to when it's done.
You can't fast forward through time.
Forward right now.
Fast motion camera.
I'm not going to edit this because I have no fucking scruples.
I can't believe that fast motion camera. I don't have one of those. See, eventually someday when I get a Patreon, I'll be able to buy a fast motion camera.
Aren't fast motion cameras one of those things that record a shit ton of frames so everything appears slow-mo?
Yeah, well, it's either one that overclocks or underclocks. It's the one that makes it so everything looks like it's happening faster than it is when you record it.
Okay.
Just because it kind of compresses everything.
I'm gonna say that sandwich is almost ready. Actually,
Well, it hasn't been 5 minutes yet, Phil.
That still doesn't make time go by faster, though, when you're recording. It still takes the same amount of time.
Take a look. Oh yeah, now it's moved, unfortunately, but you see our bread is toasting, so this is about ready. Unfortunately,
It's about ready, so I'm going to put it back.
I put too much Miracle Whip in it because the recipe was wrong. So now
You weren't following the recipe.
Not put that much. If you're gonna do, say, up to 10 ounces of tuna, put a little bit less than half a cup. It was too much. Too much.
Wait, a little less than half? Phil, that still wouldn't remove the problem.
And add it to that leftovers that I have to try to even it out. It was way too much.
I added half a cup, so it was way too much.
Right,
Just
so
add slightly less than that, and you'll be good.
I'm gonna take it off. As you can see,
No, we can't. You're blocking
we made a
it.
mess on our panini grill.
Oh, I can see the mess, definitely.
Right on the
Do not
knob,
do that
too.
because
Excellent.
It's so freaking hot.
Just going to let that
is
sit
one
there.
messy sandwich.
Why is it hot, Phil? I don't
And
understand.
the reason it's so messy is
Ew.
because there's way too much Miracle Whip in it, so that's a shame. If it had just a little bit less Miracle Whip,
Wow.
it wouldn't have been this goopy.
That looks soggy as shit.
And,
Yeah.
all of our ingredients wouldn't have slid.
Gourmet
They all
food,
kinda
everyone.
slid right off
Emphasis on the
sandwich.
gore.
No, don't show me.
Try to get them back on there a little bit. Our cheese is already melted.
Use your fingers. You don't have
That's
bacon
like a
on them.
messy
It's
sandwich
fine.
to eat, but you understand the basic recipe.
That looks like somebody
of
threw up
tuna
on a
salad.
plate.
It's very easy.
It looks like the bread is dying and its tongue sticking out.
This is gonna taste good.
Yeah, I see that too. The two holes there look like eyes.
It looks like someone just freaking took a crap on a piece of bread.
You're right, Phil, it does, so don't eat it.
Sometimes you win some and you lose some. It's gonna be tasty. It's just gonna be really messy. So nothing I can do about it.
It's only
now.
going to be tasty because
The
there's
recipe was
shitloads
a
of
little bit
Miracle
off,
Whip in it.
But at least we live and learn. So remember, anywhere from 6 to 10 ounces of tuna. It says to use half a cup of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. Don't use that much. Use less. But
The only
you can
good
put
tip
other
in this
ingredients
video.
that would have evened out the recipe, such as parsley, celery, onions, things like that.
All types
Like
of
I said,
greenery
things
that weren't
people
featured
like
in
to
this
put on
video.
kind of a
I can't
sandwich.
believe he was like,
Lettuce,
yeah, I was too lazy to
tomato,
go out to the
bacon.
store and get
I
some.
like
Like,
my
fucking
pickles
really?
with my tuna salad. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I love the taste of
Oh, it's
pickles
just
with
so
tuna
hard
salad.
going all the way to the
So,
store in your
all right,
Pac-Man.
I'm going to let this cool down.
15-minute
By the way,
drive, I
take
can't
off the
handle
heat
it.
grill. It's very hot. You have to let it cool off for at least 2 minutes, I'd say, before you even dig in.
Then what's the point of
No.
then what's the point of grilling it?
Monstrosity.
Like that's just gonna seep into the bread and make it back to being
Because there's too much
soggy.
Miracle Whip in. But the good news is,
See, when you make toast,
like I
you have
said,
to
the
butter
Miracle
it when
Whip
it's
actually not
cold.
that bad for you. It has less
'Cause
than
otherwise
half
it's just
of
too
the
hot to
fat and
handle.
cholesterol
Ugh.
of mayonnaise. So imagine if I had made this with mayonnaise. That thing would have been an artery clogger. So good thing I didn't use that.
And this isn't?
So.
Apparently not.
There's a reason why we
Phil,
call
there's
this
low-fat
the Miracle Whip
mayonnaises you
King.
can use.
On DSP,
That would
I
be
hope
much
that
better
you
than Miracle Whip.
refine this recipe to make it a little bit better, and therefore it doesn't.
Is there like a
fall apart.
sequel to this
But
where
keep in
he
mind, we're
like
also doing a
makes it
panini, and
correctly?
paninis
You know what's
can
bugging
be
the hell out
nervous,
of me?
especially with a-
I'm not
What's
sure if
that?
it's going to come through in the upload video,
That's crap,
but
why
Phil's
the sandwich is
voice
falling apart.
constantly goes from like my left,
that's it for
it's
this
like
Oh,
my
yeah.
left earbud over to my right one, then back.
Oh yeah, because he rocks back and forth from the microphone when he talks. You can hear it in playthroughs too. When he's sitting on his on the home screen and talking to his stream.
Usually
'Cause he
that's not. Yeah, usually that's not so bad though because he has sort of a headset. But there, when it's just a camera, it's just bugging the hell out of me because it'll be in my right ear, then out my left ear, then in my right ear, and out my left ear, and it just constantly goes back and forth.
Yeah, if you can imagine him like holding the camera with his hand and recording something, then that is exactly what he is doing. He's just rocking back and forth, and the audio gain from that is just going wild. Yeah, it's distorting.
What makes him want to do that?
Rock back and forth.
Yeah.
It could be from his back injury. Maybe he can't support himself as well as he could before. Could be nervousness. That could be his nervous tick. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here and find a reason why.
I don't know.